The first time I saw the alien queen, I was lying on my back inside a broken engine chamber, covered in coolant and grease. At the time, I didn't even know she was royalty. All I knew was that a massive alien warship had crash-landed in the desert outside the mining colony where I worked, and the emergency beacon they broadcast had one simple message: requesting mechanical assistance. Reward offered. Most people ignored it. Aliens weren't exactly friendly neighbors. Humanity had only joined the interstellar community 30 years earlier, and most alien empires considered us primitive. But I wasn't most people. I was a mechanic. And when someone says a broken ship needs fixing, curiosity always wins. The alien vessel was enormous. It sat half-buried in red sand like a wounded leviathan. Its hull shimmered with a metallic surface that changed color depending on the angle of the sun. The ship looked both organic and mechanical at the same time. I whistled when I saw it. "Whatever powers this thing," I muttered, "must be way beyond human tech." A hatch opened in the side of the ship with a deep mechanical sigh. Several tall alien guards stepped out. They were at least 7 feet tall, armored in dark violet plating. Their helmets had glowing slits where eyes should be. One of them spoke through a translator. "State your purpose, human." "I'm a mechanic," I said, raising my toolbox. "Your beacon said you needed help." The guards looked at each other. Then one of them nodded. "Follow." The interior of the ship was breathtaking. Corridors curved like living tunnels. Soft blue lights glowed from the walls. Strange symbols moved along panels like flowing water. The guards escorted me deep into the ship until we reached a massive engine chamber. That's when I saw the problem. The core reactor had partially collapsed. A web of crystalline energy conduits had shattered, sending fractures through the system. I crouched beside the damaged machinery. "Whoa," I whispered. Alien technology fascinated me. The engine looked like a hybrid between a fusion reactor and something biological. The guard spoke again. "Our engineers are unavailable." "Unavailable?" I asked. "They did not survive the crash." I slowly nodded. That explained why they were asking a human mechanic for help. I set my toolbox down. "Well," I said, cracking my knuckles, "let's see what we can do." Hours passed. Alien tech is complicated. But mechanical problems are mechanical problems, no matter the species. Broken energy routing. Overloaded coolant channels. Misaligned structural plates. Piece by piece, I worked through the damage. The guards stayed nearby, but mostly watched in silence. At one point, I had to crawl halfway into the engine housing. Coolant leaked onto my face as I tightened a cluster of stabilizing bolts. "Okay," I muttered. "That should stabilize the field." I rerouted power through a secondary circuit and carefully replaced a cracked energy conduit using a temporary human alloy brace. Then I flipped the ignition relay. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the reactor hummed. A deep, steady vibration filled the chamber. Lights across the engine core flared to life. The power grid stabilized. I grinned. "Not perfect," I said, sliding out from under the machinery, "but she'll fly." Slow, deliberate clapping echoed behind me. I froze. The guards immediately stepped aside. And that's when she walked in. She was unlike anything I had ever seen. Tall, graceful, powerful. Her skin shimmered like polished silver, with faint violet patterns flowing across it. A long, elegant cloak trailed behind her. Her eyes glowed faintly blue. And even without a crown, there was something unmistakable about her presence. Authority, command, royalty. She looked down at me, a dirty human mechanic sitting on the floor, and smiled slightly. "So," she said through the translator, "you are the one who revived my ship." My brain finally caught up. My ship.
Oh,
Oh no. I quickly stood. Yes, ma'am. The guards bowed. That confirmed it.
queen.
Actual alien queen.
Great.
No pressure. She walked slowly around the engine core, examining my repairs. Her fingers brushed one of the alloy braces I had installed. This material is primitive, she observed. Yeah, I admitted. Human engineering isn't exactly Galactic Empire level. She looked at the reactor display. The system stability indicator remained solid green. Then she looked back at me. You repaired technology that your species has never encountered before. Well, machines speak the same language everywhere, I said. She tilted her head slightly. Explain. Everything breaks the same way, I said. Pressure.
Heat.
Structural stress. Doesn't matter if it's human tech or alien tech. Physics still wins. For a moment she simply studied me. Then she laughed. Not mockingly. Genuinely amused. My engineers possess centuries of training, she said. They failed. You succeeded. I shrugged. I had duct tape and optimism. The guards exchanged confused glances. The queen laughed again. Over the next several hours, I helped stabilize the rest of the ship. While I worked, she stayed nearby, watching, observing, occasionally asking questions about human engineering methods. At one point, she crouched beside me while I rewired a damaged control panel. Your species is known across the stars, she said. That's rarely a good sign. Humans are considered reckless. Fair. Unpredictable. Also fair. Dangerous. I grinned. Okay, that one's a compliment. Her glowing eyes studied me carefully. You approached an unknown alien warship alone.
Yeah.
You attempted repairs without understanding the full technology.
Yep.
You did not ask if the occupants were hostile. I shrugged. Didn't think about it. She leaned closer. And yet you succeeded. I finished tightening a cable cluster and stood. Well, I said, sometimes the crazy plan works. She watched me in silence. There was something thoughtful in her expression now. Something calculating. By the time the ship was fully stabilized, the sun outside had set. The crew began preparing the vessel for departure. I wiped grease off my hands and packed my toolbox. All right, I said. Looks like my job here is done. One of the guards stepped forward and handed me a small glowing crystal. Payment, he said. I raised an eyebrow. What is it? Energy credit worth approximately 1 million human currency units. I nearly dropped it. 1 million. The queen smiled faintly. Your work was valuable. I stared at the crystal. Well, this is officially the best repaired job I've ever done. I turned to leave. But before I reached the exit hatch, the queen spoke again. Human. I stopped. Yes. She approached slowly. Up close, she was even taller than I realized. Nearly a head taller than me. Her glowing eyes studied my face with unsettling intensity. You possess rare qualities. Oh. Creativity. Determination. Fearlessness. I scratched the back of my neck. Honestly, it's mostly stubbornness. She nodded slowly. Then she said the most unexpected words I had ever heard. Marry me. I blinked. I'm sorry, what? The guards didn't react. Apparently, this wasn't strange to them. The queen repeated calmly. Marry me, human. My brain struggled to process the situation. You mean like, yes. Marriage? Yes. I pointed at myself. You want to marry me? She nodded. You are an extraordinary individual. Most humans would disagree. I require a partner capable of solving impossible problems. I laughed nervously. This is a joke, right? She looked genuinely confused. Why would I joke about royal marriage? Fair point. Still, Your Majesty, I said carefully, I'm just a mechanic. You restored a royal warship using improvised tools. That was mostly luck. She stepped closer. I watched you work. You did not panic. You adapted to unfamiliar technology. You succeeded where trained specialists failed. Her glowing eyes softened slightly. My empire values strength of mind above all else. By our standards, you are exceptional. My brain felt like it was melting. An alien queen was proposing to me, inside her warship, in the middle of the desert. This was definitely not how my day was supposed to go. I rubbed my temples. This is a lot to process. Understandable. Also, I added, I don't know anything about ruling an alien empire. That can be taught. I don't even know your species. We are the Valthera.
See?
Already behind. She crossed her arms thoughtfully. In your culture, she asked, what determines marriage compatibility? I thought about it. Well, trust.
Respect.
Maybe shared values. She nodded. I respect you. You demonstrated courage and intelligence. Those qualities matter to my people. I hesitated. Then I asked the obvious question. Why me? She looked directly into my eyes. Because you're human. That's not usually considered a positive trait out here. Exactly. Her expression became serious. Humans are unpredictable. You challenge established limits. You innovate under pressure. Her voice lowered slightly. My empire faces difficult times. War. Political instability. I need someone who sees solutions others cannot. She gestured toward the engine core. You proved you can do that. I stared at the humming reactor behind us, then back at her. So your proposal is basically, fix the empire the way I fix the engine? Yes. I laughed. That's the weirdest job offer I've ever gotten. She tilted her head slightly. Is that a refusal? I thought for a long moment. My life as a colony mechanic was simple, predictable, quiet, and honestly, a little boring. Now an alien queen was offering me a chance to explore the galaxy and possibly save an empire. That kind of opportunity only happens in stories. Finally, I looked up at her. Well, I said slowly, I guess every good mechanic deserves a promotion. Her eyes brightened slightly. Is that acceptance? I grinned. Yeah. I'll marry you. The guards immediately knelt. Apparently that was the correct answer. The queen extended her hand toward me. Her skin felt warm despite its metallic shimmer. Our journey begins now, husband. I laughed nervously, still getting used to that word. As the warship's engines roared to life, lifting us into the stars, I realized something incredible. A human mechanic had just become the consort of an alien queen. And somehow, I had a feeling the hardest problems were still ahead. But that was fine. After all, fixing impossible things was kind of my specialty.